Well, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Um, Let me turn the TV down because Miss J got something I want to talk about. Let me get my remote. I got one more thing I gotta do, y'all. I thought it went to my actual business page, but it didn't, so I'm sharing it today. Okay, where do I start? Um, First, let me say I do apologize for being late. I Y'all know Miss J. I keep it 100 with y'all, and I'm making myself do this um, because those that know, I had a very, 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 very close friend of mine. We were just like family, 38 years, knowing one another. Had her daughter's memorial service today. So I'm sort of not in the right headspace right now, to be very honest, but I'm coming to do this. And I will say my guest that was supposed to be, that was going to be appearing, she had a family emergency. So um, I'm still going to do this. So when I just got home about 6:15 and had to fix me a little something to eat and throw this together real quick, and it's just I'm gonna get it done. Get it done. So now with all that out of the way, again I do apologize for being late. I really do. Let me just checking some stuff again. Oh, yeah, Miss J is headspace is not where it really needs to be right now, but I'm gonna do this. Let me see. I can make sure. I can. Okay, I can hear myself. Just want to make sure. Okay, so with that being said, one more time again, yes, one of my best friends, just like a family member, memorialized her daughter today. So still condolences to my friend Janice Battle and her family. All right. So y'all keep the family, the Battle family in prayer, please. But this was a tough one today. Yeah, it was a tough one. It's a tough one. It's tough anyway when you lose somebody abruptly. That's just it's just tough. Okay, so thank y'all for coming in here. Who's in here watching me? Thank you. Y'all say something so I can come in and thank you in here. So as you saw, as you saw, I'm going to be bringing awareness about autism, and y'all let me know my showing, and y'all gotta keep Miss J in check. Okay, so what is? I got a fan, my fan on in here too, y'all. I'm sorry about this. Let me bring this up. So let me do this. Okay. So, and when we think of autism, I know a lot of people might be thinking that ADHD and all that autism is the same. Thank y'all for coming in here. Thank you. Hey Facebook user. Hello. A lot of people think, try to correlate it with ADHD. Um, is not the same. So let's get into what I got my notes here, y'all. Yes, I got my notes. Y'all know Miss J gonna have some notes. So what is autism? Autism is a mental disability that affects the way people communicate, behave, or interact with others. Facebook hear that and think I'm playing music. Um, or interact with others. It can be genetic or non-genetic. If somebody in the family might have had it. It could be genetic or non-genetic. Autism can be looked at in different ways in different people, and autism affects 1 in 68 kids. Hmm. Y'all know what? Let's look at that. Autism affects 1 in 68 kids. 1 out of 68 kids. Autism disorder is the fastest growing developmental disorder in the U.S. Although there are no single cause of autism and symptoms can vary, they can be mild or severe. Now, let me say this: if anybody watching, and if you have a child that's on the spectrum, and if you would like to come up and share your journey, share your thoughts, let me know, and I'll put the link to come up here with me in the comments. Okay. Um, so that's just a little synopsis of autism. Let me go. Let me continue on. Some children who are on the spectrum start showing signs as early as a few months old. As early as a few months old, they start showing signs. Okay, as early as a few months old. Others will seem to have normal development for the first few months or years. For the first few months or years of their lives, and then they start showing symptoms a little later. Then it can come a little later. So, remember I said about ADHD? So, is ADHD the same as autism? Is ADHD the same as autism? Let's take a look at it. They may look, ADHD and autism, they may look they may look alike in little kids when either condition can have problems such as focusing, impulsive behaviors, hard time communicating, and trouble with schoolwork. I'll read this again. Have a hard time focusing, impulsive, hard time communicating, trouble with schoolwork. Now, this is some of the signs and symptoms ADHD and autism sort of have together. That's why people sort of get it confused and start thinking they're the same. But they got a little similarity. They got a little similarity now. They do. They got a little similarity. So how do we spot the signs? Let's talk about how we spot the signs if something is wrong with our child. Now, let me say this. We as mothers, we don't like to think nothing is wrong with our child. We don't. We want to think our child is perfect. No, nothing is wrong. Well, that's when taking them to the doctor, and if you noticing things that's kind of off or don't seem right, that's what we as parents and we as mothers, we got to say, wait a minute, I noticed my child is 7 months old or 8 months old, and they're not even trying to babble or coo. See that? You got to tell your doctor. You got to tell the doctor. But some of us, we don't want to do it because we don't want to think something is wrong with our child. And it's okay to feel that way, but it's not okay. See, because something could be wrong and we dismissing it. As a mother, I get it. As a mother, I get it. So we're going to spot the signs of your baby in the early stages that may need attention. So if you notice these in your child, if you notice these things that are not being met by your child, here are some examples. If by 6 months old, they're not smiling. By 6 months old, your child should be smiling or something. If you go boo, they should smile or something. Playing with them. So by 6 months old, if you sort of noticing, they're not smiling. Or initiates facial expressions or sounds by 9 months. By 9 months, if you know if they're not trying to laugh or something like that, Those facial expressions. Or if you're surprised and they look surprised, those are facial expressions. So if you're noticing that, facial expressions or sounds by 9 months old. If you're noticing that your baby is 11 months old and you have not seen them smile, even if you go, hey there, booga, 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 and they're just looking at you, take notice of that. At 11 months old, they're not even smiling. Or, take notice of that, mommies. Take notice of that. 11 months old, not smiling. When you go boo, they're not even, they just looking at you like, what are you doing? Take notice of that. Because by now, and y'all know when we take our children to the doctor, I remember, I got three kids. I remember that list with the milestones. Oh yeah. See, some of us look at that list and don't want to be right, put a check mark down when we notice that something is wrong. But it's a reason the doctors give us these lists, ladies. It's a reason. Now, if you know they're not cool, they're not doing no coos or babbling by 12 months old. See, I just said it, by 12 months old, you know if they're not babbling or cooing or, because when they babble, they're going to be drooling and everything. Y'all know that I call it sugar. That's what I can drop in that old sugar. That's what I call it. But if you know if they're not doing no babbling or no cooing at 12 months old, think about that. Y'all share this out. And I'm so sorry, for my guest not being able to be here, but her family emergency is a whole lot important than being up here. But if you notice that at 12 months old, baby is not cooing or babbling, you know how they do, y'all. Y'all ladies, we know how our babies do. If you notice that they're not doing that at 12 months old, 13 months old, 14 months old, baby's not even cooing or babbling, y'all know. Mamas, we know. If you notice that, don't dismiss that, please. Don't dismiss that. Don't look at, when they're 12 months old, okay, by the time maybe by the time they get 15, 16 months, they'll be babbling. Don't look over that. Don't look over that. Gestures such as points or waves by 14 months. So if you got a baby 18 months old, they're not even pointing at something, or they're not waving at you, bye-bye. At 14, hey, sweetheart. Hey, love beyond measures. Hey, sweetheart. That's a beautiful little queen right there. That's one of my beautiful little Facebook, TikTok friends right there. She come and see Miss J. Thank you, my love beyond measures. Yes, I'm talking about autism. So like I was stating, if somebody's watching, you share this out. If somebody have a child or children that's on the spectrum and you want to come up and we talk about your journey, let me know, and I'll put the link in the comments so you can click on and come on up and we talk about it. And as I stated earlier, I was late getting up here, and I explained why. So y'all watch the replay. Those that's coming in, you'll watch the replay why I started late. And I really appreciate y'all understanding that. So 14 months, if they're not waving or pointing at stuff, at 14 months, they should be waving and pointing at something. If you open the refrigerator, they should be pointing at something what they want. They should be pointing. Not you trying to figure it out what you want in the refrigerator. They should be pointing. But I baby said, they're pointing at their juice. They know what they want. And if you got a baby that's 16 months old or 17 months old and not even doing that, don't overlook that. Please, mommies, don't overlook that. Speaks with single words by 16 months and uses phrases or 2 words or more by 24 months. Now, that goes along with this right here. You know our babies, when they want that juice, y'all already know they say juice. They know that. They know they want that apple juice. Y'all already know. Y'all ladies, y'all mamas, look, you know them babies, they're going to want that. And they're going to point at that juice too. What you want, juice? Juice. Now, if you got a child that's between 16 months and 24 months, and they're not even speaking single words, milk, juice. If they're not saying the single words like that or using phrases, eat. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. by 16 months or 24 months. 2 words. Hold on. Love beyond measures. I believe my nephew is on the autism spectrum. He's 4 years old. See? But a lot of people be thinking it's ADHD and be pushing it aside. And we can't do our babies like that. We can't. We cannot do our babies like that. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. I want y'all to get this. I want y'all to share this out. I'm bringing awareness to autism. And we're going to do this again. It might be 2 or 3 more months. We're going to come back again. Now, again, at between 16 and 24 months, if your child is not even speaking single words or phrases, take a look at that, okay? Take a look at it. Play pretend or make believe by 18 months. Y'all know, you know them invisible play friends. You know, they're playing with their dolls, and they saying this is my friend. 18 months. If they're not play pretend something, don't overlook that. Don't look at the fact they know something that's all right to do. No. They need to be pretend to play with a friend. 18 months. So, what are the major? I want y'all to listen at this. What are the major symptoms to look out for in your child? Now, let me sit that right there for about a minute, because I'm getting ready to say the major ones that you look out in your child. Okay? Now the major ones is this right here. Repetitive behaviors like, example, hands flapping, rocking, jumping. They're just jumping. You don't know why, but they're just jumping. Okay? Or twirling. Do some twirl. They're twirling. I'll read that again. Hands flapping. If you see them flapping their hands, all of a sudden you don't know why. Okay? They're hand flapping. Rocking. They rocking. Jumping and twirling. Okay? Now I'm calling out major things that you look for. Consistent moving. Example, pacing and hyper behavior. See, that's where people be saying, oh, he just hyper. Sure? Are you sure? See, we can't self-diagnose our child. We as parents, we try to. Now, like I said, I can talk about me. Yeah, I was one of the ones who used to try to diagnose my children. Oh, he okay. You see what I'm saying? We as mothers, we try to do that. I get it. We don't want nothing to be wrong with our children or our child. We don't. But queens, sometimes reality hit, and when you decide to go ahead on and mention to that doctor what you've been noticing, now he's 19 or 20 months old, now you notice, now you decided, you finally got your nerve up to go on and mention these 6, 7, 8 things that you've been noticing over the 20 or 22 months that he's been on this earth. Now they run the test and everything. You're going to get your answer. Absolutely. That's right, love beyond measures. That's right. You're going to get your answer. It's nothing wrong, ladies. I've been there. I know how we don't want nothing to be wrong with our child. But see what you got to look at when you are not telling the doctor about these things, you are hurting your child. You are. And some might be shame to let people find out that their child is autistic. But let me say this. Let me put this down real quick. Let me say this. Because this is what I've noticed. This is exactly what Look, let me go and say this. I'm trying to keep my little broad face from showing, but I'm just sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, Let me say this. Some of the brightest and geniuses, I guess that's a word, children are the autistic ones on the spectrum. Yes. Yes. I'm going to say that again. It's some of the brightest autistic kids in the world. Give you an example. Well, they're grown now, but this is what I remember seeing. And I actually saw, matter of fact, it just came back on television when Simon was going through his the one that got the buzzer. He had the main one that got the buzzer over the years that been doing American Got Talent. And it was two twin brothers up there, two autistic twin brothers that was in their 20s. Yes. And they performed. And when they performed, they got the golden buzzer. They came, I can't remember what they did, but it brought the house down. And they come out and they let you know they're autistic. And one of them saying he's more introverted, I'm more, so he was explaining about different. But if they would have never said anything, you would have never known. But they let it be known. They're autistic twins. But when I tell you they perform, oh my God, they brought the house down. That was when it really opened my eyes. That's not the first time I seen an autistic individual. Gee, it was one that was up there a couple years ago playing the piano. Turn that piano up. You would have never known it. You would have never known it if they would have had it. If they would have gave them permission, as they were describing who's going to come up next. You have to get permission from them to say what's going on with you or tell whatever, and you would have never known that. When that young man said that piano, he tore that piano up. He got the golden buzzer. That's why I said, don't count them out, because they are some of the most brightest and brilliant and creative babies. I'm telling you, they are. They are. I just had to say that because I know about what I have seen. And so now, here's the other major one. Fixations on certain activities or objects. Specific routines or rituals. Example, they'll get upset if you got a let me see what my queen's saying. I totally agree with you. I have worked with both adults and children. All right, love beyond marriages. Well, love beyond marriage, you need to come on up here and come on and talk with me. Let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. You scared? You're not scared, right? If you don't want to, baby, you ain't got to. I'm just messing with you. If you don't want to, but it's and so, yes, they are very, very talented. Like I said, the young man that got it at that piano, he got the golden buzzer too. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I noticed when he came, each time that they came, they would come on stage, and they would give their own description, even though the announcer did it, they still repeat it again, right? So when they would do that, I would notice that the camera would pan against Simon them. See, I pay attention to stuff, and I would notice each and every time when I would see this. Once they say, "My name is so I'm autistic," so I know they would say that they would pan, right? I would see the panel expression change. Like, oh boy, now what we gonna have here? I would see this. I'm telling you that because I be looking for stuff like that, and they would look like, okay, now what this person gonna do? They would be looking at that. They would be looking at that. They would have that expression like, oh Lord, what they getting ready to do? I got to see what's gonna happen. They just had this, they would have this look on their face like, oh yeah, you want to do something? I'm just being honest. And then when they was blowing them away and they standing up at a standing face for everybody else and hit that golden buzzer, see that food. Food. But example, if you set a routine, you got your child set in a routine. This is something you and him or her do every day. You got that routine. Now, parents, it's on you too, because once you know that your child is on the spectrum and you start setting routines up, then all of a sudden you want to change that routine. See, that upsets them. You can't do that. You got to keep that routine. Specific routines or rituals. Example is getting upset when their routine is changed. You can't do that. You can't do that. Next one and the last one, that this is an important one. The major symptoms: extreme sensitivity to sounds, touch, and light. All right, I'm gonna put this down. Tell you what I saw. I did a segment about a month ago, with a young lady. She was up in Miss Asia, and she was gonna come out again. And I remember, y'all might remember too, because it was on the news. Do y'all remember the young man? He was in Walmart and he was standing up there where the television was in. And see, this is what I noticed. I noticed he was flapping his hands and he was knocking all them televisions down in Walmart. Yes, he did. He got up there some kind of way and he knocked them televisions. And then each one he'll knock down, he'll knock one down and he'll flap his hands. And he was just like, he didn't, I guess it was a sound. So if I remember from the last conversation that Miss Rice and I had, I brought that scenario up to her, and she was saying what usually happens is it'll overload their sensory, something with their sensory. It's if they get over sensory. I can't think right now, but she said obviously probably that's what happened. Just all them sounds coming from all them televisions that was in there. And he was knocking them down. He sure was. That young man was knocking them down. But see, I knew something was up when I saw him walking and he was walking and flapping his hands. I knew something was up. When I saw that was when I wanted to talk with Miss Rice. Because I had to ask her give her that scenario even before we did the show. I wanted to know what was going on with that. Yeah. That he got sensory overload. That's it. Sensory overload. Yes. It happened. The noise. All that. It was just too much for him. It was just too much. That's one of the major symptoms right there. Extreme sensitivity to sounds, touch, and light. Major ones. Repetitive behaviors, like I'm calling again real quick. Like hands flapping, rocking, jumping, or twirling, consistent moving, pacing. That's pacing, just consistent moving, and hyper behavior. Fixation on certain activities or objects. Specific routines or rituals. If you end up breaking that routine and rituals, see that upsets them. Extreme sensitivity to sounds, touch, and light. Those are the major ones. I want y'all ladies to listen to me. And wait a minute, and we got some single men out there too with raising the children. I want y'all, y'all listen, y'all share this out. So, example, what if your pediatrician expressed concern about your child development? What if your child pediatrician sit you down and start expressing concerns? Do you think you'd be ready for that? Because sometimes we might go in denial. Because sometimes the pediatrician sort of see what's going on, but you got to watch that. Because sometimes they're trying to, this is my opinion, I feel they're trying to see if you, the mother, gonna say, you know what, Dr. So-and-so, so I've been noticing so-and-so. You'll be surprised how they're trying to see what mama gonna come and say. Then when you go tell them, yeah, you know what, I noticed that. I noticed that. See what I'm saying? Be on it, ladies. Be on it. Be on it, my queens. Be on it. So what if your pediatrician expressed some concerns to you about your child? You gotta be ready for it. Don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it. But as a parent, we supposed to consent with the pediatrician. We supposed to do that. And then of course they're gonna give you a referral. You know, they give you a referral. They give you a referral to start the testing. Okay. Look at my note here. The last thing. I have my notes mixed up, y'all. They all out of order. I'm sorry. To close this out, what I would like to do is, as a parent, I stated earlier, we got to make sure our babies are fine. See, because you don't want them to get all the way to 2 years old, 3 years old, and then all of a sudden now we ready to go and get them evaluated. We don't want to do that to them. See, because now you really putting them behind, getting them behind. You don't want to wait till they're 5 years old or 6 years old. They start going to school. Then the school start noticing it. See that now you're really neglecting them because you got them behind. When you could have easily, you start feeling something or seeing something, but was trying to, overlook it, like, no, I'm not even gonna say nothing. Maybe now he already 24 months old and not even smiling. So you keep saying to yourself, well, maybe he get 3 years old, he'll laugh. No, queens. Make sure if you see something that don't look right, make sure you tell the doctor. That's what y'all don't talk about. That's what that long sheet is for. Those are milestones. That's what they are for. And if they not making no milestones, we need to talk about it, let the doctor know. That don't mean that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But I feel like some people are, And what another thing that's bad, that's so sad about this to me, is that it's a lot of grown people that's autistic, right? And I feel like they are being. This is my opinion. I gotta write my opinion. I feel like some of them are being mistreated. I feel like some of them are being taken advantage of. I really do. I feel like some of them not being looked after like they're supposed to be. Whoever's supposed to be watching them, this is my opinion. No autistic person have no business being homeless. I said that for a reason. No autistic person have no business being homeless. Referral for further testing. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. Lambia, thank you for I was trying referral for further testing. There you go. That's right. No no grown autistic person of age, 18 years old, 19 years old, and on up, have no business being homeless. They don't. And it happens because some of us don't want to deal with it. Some of us don't want to deal with it, and it's wrong. It's wrong. They deserve the best care like anybody else. Now I said that particular statement for a reason. But they are for my queens that do have kids that's on the spectrum and all, there are a lot of behavior interventions and services that can help. There are it's a lot of Facebook groups. I think I got them down here. Yeah, I think I put them down. But it's our duty as a parent to make sure our child achieve their fullest potential. So mainly after the initial diagnosis, after the initial diagnosis, it's normal for the family to feel anger, feel denial. There we go. That's normal to feel anger and you mad and now you denied it. That dog don't know what he talking about. Ain't not wrong, my baby. It's okay. It's normal to feel that way. But see, that's where you got to reach out to support groups because they're there. They're there to help you. It's some support groups that has parents that been in their children are grown, or they got some children that's in teenage stage now that can help you if you got one. If your baby is just 2 years old, 3 years old, those support groups are there to help. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's some that's in there that got some that's 8, 9, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old that can really help you. But it got to start with you reaching out to the support group. But like I said, now it's normal to be mad and then denial. That's scared, because sometimes we get the idea if a child is autistic, there's something that's going to kill them. No, it's not. It's not. It's not going to kill them. It's not. And as a parent, keep your eye on how your child pays attention. Kids with autism have a hard time focusing. Note of how your kid is learning to communicate. Autistic kids have less awareness of others around them. Y'all getting this? If you got a child in the park and there's 4 children around them, what is this saying? It's saying is autistic kids have less awareness of others around them. Okay? They will have a hard time putting words together, hard time with their thoughts and feelings, and hard to make eye contact when you're talking to them. When you're talking to them and they can't make eye contact, your child should be able to make eye contact with you. If you got a 3-year-old and you talking to them and they just not making no eye contact with you, think about that. When you talking with them, you saying something to them, they should be looking at you. They should be looking at you, whether they did something wrong or not. If they doing that, now sometimes I know sometimes they done your child or something wrong, and you talking to them, I know you did this. I know you went in there, you put all the milk on the floor. Sometimes they look like they shame or with the hell I did it. Okay, you got to try to take notice. Is this being done all the time when you're talking to them? But now if they just did that 1 or 2 times when you chastising them, but when every time you want to have a conversation with them, when you're talking to them, they just not giving you eye contact. Think about that. What about that love beyond measures? What about that? Here we go. Occupational therapy. Here we go. Love beyond measures. Occupational therapy is a great tool as well. Occupational therapy is a great tool as well. Occupational therapy is a great tool as well. Now, let me say this. I don't have that down on my notes about occupational therapy, love beyond measures. Can you put that down? What that is? Can you please do that? Occupational therapy, I want to put it up here. Because I didn't have that in my notes. That's definitely that's a great tool as well. Thank you, right? She's gonna put that down in the comments, and I'm gonna put it up here so people can see it. Occupational therapy is a great tool. Now, this young lady right here, Love Beyond Measures, y'all saw where she stated that she works. I have worked with both adults and children on this level. So she have worked with both adults on an autistic level and children on an autistic level. So she's going to put down what that occupational therapy is. And I'm going to put it up there. When she get it down there, what is that occupational therapy? I'm going to put that up in the comments so everybody can see that. But that's a great tool to use. But see, when we get thinking about therapy, to be honest, y'all know sometimes I ain't going no therapy. We're gonna be all right. What about your child? What about your child? We're gonna be all right. Oh, he should be all right. What about your child though? Just because you don't want to go to therapy, don't have to the point you don't want to take your child. Don't do that. Because that's still again holding your child back from progressing. That again is holding your child back from progressing. And as I stated, ladies, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I get off this show, I understand we don't want to think nothing is wrong with our child. I get it. I get that. I do. As a mother, I get that. We don't want to think nothing is wrong with our child. My baby is perfect. All right, here we go. Occupational therapists often work closely with professionals in physical therapy, speech language pathology, audiology. Oh, I said that word right. Social work and psychology. But if you look at this right here, with professionals in physical therapy, speech and language, pathology, audiology, social work, and psychology. That's all the things that our children need. Look at each one of them things that they help you with. That's what our children, that's what they need. That's what they need. Speech therapy. Yes, speech language. Yes, pathology, audiology. Yeah, that's the hearing and all. Yes. Social work. Yes. Psychology. Yes. That's dealing with the mental. Come on. This is what our child will need. So why as a parent, if we know in our heart, see, let me say this. How you gonna know that you're ready to go ahead on and tell the doctor what's going on, what you've been noticing the past couple of months? See, the reason why, now I'm just gonna keep y'all need to just keep 100. This is my opinion. This is why I feel some of us parents don't want to say nothing. I love y'all, but I gotta say it. Because when we go to the doctor and we tell them what's going on, that's bringing it into reality. Did y'all get that? But as long as I don't say nothing, it ain't real. But time I go to the doctor and gone on to be honest with the doctor and tell him what I've been noticing, I'd have brought that in reality now. Now it's time for me to get on the real deal now. Y'all feel me? But we don't say nothing, it ain't a reality right now. But we say it, well, it's real now. It's on now. That's my opinion now. That's my opinion. Because in all reality, that goes along with anything. Until you bring it forth, it's nothing. It don't even exist. But once you bring it forth, now in our mind, it's a reality now. It's my opinion now. It's my opinion. Everybody got one. But it's my opinion. And me as a mother, I think a lot of us mothers, we don't want to do it because we know in our heart That's it now. I done told the doctor, so I already feel it's gonna come back like it's gonna come back what it is. And that's bringing reality right in our face. Other than to the end, I'm not even gonna say nothing. And that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. But now those that have those babies, have those special babies, and y'all hanging there with them, I know it get hard. I know it get hard. But you know what? That's your job to do. You ride it, you ride that out. Because that's your baby. See, because what we gotta understand, nobody ain't gonna fight for our children that us mothers do. Nobody gonna do that. Auntie ain't gonna do that. Mama gonna fight for that child, and that's what you're supposed to do. So if you taking your child to the doctor and you find out that your child is on the spectrum, then you don't be ashamed of that. You don't be ashamed of that. And no, let me go. No, your baby ain't retarded. Yeah, I said it. No, your baby is not retarded. Don't let nobody even try to say that shit. Yeah, I said it. Because some folks be trying to say that. I know I done heard somebody say it. So no. Don't no. No. It's not even nothing like that at all. And don't you blame yourself, mama. Don't you blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Just know you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure your baby live their potential life, what God got set for them. Don't feel that because they on the spectrum or what, they don't need to go to school. Yes, they do. Oh, they don't need to be around other children. Yes, they do. Let me tell you why they need to be around other children. Because other children will teach them. That child that know how to say those phrases and all of that, you start letting your baby go around that child or be around that child, next thing you know, your baby gonna be telling you juice. Because they done learned it from their neighbor friend, their neighbor child they be playing with. You know, just saying it as an example. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Y'all get it, right? Not only that, Miss Angela, when it comes to doctors prescribing medication to our children, we feel that, there you go. Love beyond measures. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, we don't want to get it to them. You hit that on the head too, love beyond measures, my queen. Oh, we don't want to get him the medication. Why are you depriving your child? Why are you sending your child to school without their medication? Now you getting all these phone calls at work. All you got to do is do the right thing. Give your child their medication and let them go off to their school where they go to and interact with them other kids. Let them just have a good time and come on home. Why are we going to sit there? Yeah, I'm going to get a prescription. I ain't give my baby that shit. Why not? Why are you depriving your child of that? All because, oh, I'm getting ready to go there. Oh, I'm getting ready to go there. All because society, and we didn't hear it so much as we was coming up, they don't need that medicine. Why are you going to get them that medicine? Going to make them like a zombie. But see, that's where you as the mother has to pay attention to your child when they're on that medication and see if you see things that's not right so they can make adjustments. Some of the children I have worked with needed medicine to focus. Exactly. Love beyond measure, girl, you hit it. Exactly. Some of the children, she said, some of the children she have worked with needed medicine to focus and help with their behaviors and all. Exactly. Mothers, we right here don't want to give our children their medicine and what? Oh, we burning ourselves out all because we don't want to give them their medicine. And then when you finally decide to get them their medicine, maybe about a month, I'm thinking about a month, it's in their system. You're seeing such a difference in your child that you could have been doing that all along. But I get it. I get it. I get it. We as parents, here we go again. We don't want to think nothing's wrong with our child. So we're not giving them that. But see, society has deemed that for us to think that. But you're right, love, beyond measures. Some of them babies need that medicine to focus and to have their behaviors down so they can stay in school and you stay on your job. Come on, mamas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Miss J, go there. Y'all know that. Y'all know me by now. I don't cut no corners. Some of us need to do that so you won't lose your job. Because let me tell you this. Oh, yeah, they'll tell you, oh, yeah, you can go ahead on. But you know what they're doing? Oh, they writing it down. How many times you done left your job? Okay, I understand. Yeah, go get your baby. But they writing it down. After a while, 2, 3, 4 months coming, oh, you can call in the office. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know that. Y'all give me some thumbs up. Y'all know that. But you do what you got to do for your baby, you can keep your job. They will tell you, yeah, go ahead on. That's fine. Oh, I understand, Miss Johnson. Go ahead on and get your baby. You can go ahead on the leave. I understand. Here it go again. 2 weeks later, getting called again. Okay, Miss Johnson, you can go ahead on. Shit, they writing it down. They write it down. Going right in your file, writing it down. After a while, boss man gonna tell supervisor to call you in the office. All the while, you feeling that they understanding on the level that you thinking that your job gonna be okay. Do y'all get me with this? Do y'all get me? But all you had to do, mama, get that baby his medicine or her medicine. That's all you have to do. And I said it again. Don't you blame yourself. And you don't let nobody make you feel bad. It's not your fault. As I stated, it can be genetic or non-genetic. It happens. It happens. But don't you blame yourself. Don't you blame yourself. But let your baby get around other children, because them other children gonna teach your child. You're gonna be surprised to see how your neighbor child playing with your child and your child picking up little words at a time and they saying it to you and you be like, oh, wait a minute. That's what they need. They don't need to be in the house, no friends, come just go on with you everywhere you go. You just take them. You don't have no play dates with them. Don't do them like, don't do your babies like that. Don't do your babies like that. Please don't. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. They need to be around other children. Because them other children are going to teach them. They're going to teach them. You go open that refrigerator up, that baby going to say one day juice. And it's going to just about kick you over. Because they said the word juice. Or they pointed and said milk. Or they come out of their mouth, milk. They know what they want. Y'all mamas hear me? I love y'all, my queens. But Miss J ain't cutting no, Miss J, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. But like I said, and I say it again, I don't want you to blame yourself. Don't you do that. And if you've been blaming yourself, queens, don't you do that no more. No. If you've been sitting somewhere crying and blaming yourself, stop it. Because it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I want y'all to hear me. This is a touchy subject for me. I want you to hear me. Stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault. Do the best you can for your baby. You fight for your baby. But see, in order to start fighting, you got to be honest. If y'all listen at me live and y'all watch the replay and y'all got an idea that something is going on with your babies, take your baby to the doctor. Take your baby to the doctor. It might not be nothing, but they deserve that. Don't wait till, like I said, till they 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You have gotten them really behind. I'm just saying, I love y'all queens. I do. But those that watch me and know me, y'all already know I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going to keep it 100. Because they deserve to live just like in the other child. They sure do. Those special babies deserve to live in just like in the other child. Don't, and if you're doing this, if you're the parent that's not letting your child be around other children, start letting your child be around other children. Please do that. Start getting play dates for them. Start doing that. They need an outlet. They need an outlet. They do. You'll see a difference. And if you that parent, I'm gonna say it. If you that parent, you just been, I'm getting ready to go there. You just been going to get the prescription but haven't been given the medicine. Stop doing that. Give your baby their medicine. Oh yeah, I said that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Start giving your baby their medicine. And I feel like you're gonna see a total difference. But don't you give up fighting for your baby. Don't you do that, mamas. Don't do that. Because I told you, nobody gonna fight for your child the way we do as a mother. Nobody. Mama Bear. Am I right? Y'all come on, give them thumbs up. Y'all know. Nobody gonna fight for your child now the way you do. And like I said again, auntie and all them, oh no, they're not gonna fight for you. Gotta fight. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. You're gonna be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. My parents, they got kids on the spectrum, y'all gonna be okay. You're not alone. Don't feel like you're alone. But you gotta reach out to some groups. Because if you don't, let me tell you something. These things called four walls, they're gonna start feeling like they're closing in on you. And all you have to do is reach out to somebody, reach out to a group. But when you go in that group, be honest. Don't go in there bullcrapping. Be honest. Say how you feel. But don't you ever let your baby see you cry. Because don't think they don't understand it. That's an emotion. Don't think they don't understand something wrong with mama. Y'all getting this? Y'all getting this? I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I want to bring awareness to this. I do. And I'm coming back again. We're going to talk about it again. Because we talked about it last month, but honestly, it was so much internet interruptions. I didn't like that set. And Miss Rice gave some awesome information. That was an awesome segment. So we was going to do it over again. But even though her family emergency is way more important than her coming on this show. So I decided to go ahead on, and we're going to still talk about autism. Autism and kids on the spectrum. But like I said, a lot of people get ADHD mixed up with it. Take your baby to the doctor. Go in there and tell that doctor what you notice. Go ahead on and do that. It might be something, it might not. But you're not gonna know if you don't tell the doctor. And don't y'all be mad at me, mamas, that's gonna watch this in the replay. Don't y'all be mad at me. I'm just being honest and talking about this. Because I'm a mother myself. And like I said, I know we don't want nothing to be wrong with our babies. I get that. I get it. But give your baby a chance like everybody else children. They deserve it. They deserve it. I said that. Yeah, they deserve it. Your babies deserve it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Now I'm getting ready to close it out. I thank y'all for coming in here. I want y'all to, I had the groups, I had some Facebook groups, when I find, because I had scribbled it down, this right here I got typed up, but I had scribbled some Facebook groups that's actually on Facebook of mothers with autistic kids. And them groups got a lot of people in there. And I had scribbled it on a piece of paper. Great segment, very informative. Thank you, my beauty. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And like I stated, I supposed to start at 7, was late starting. And like I said, my mind was here, but I'll be okay. But I had to come and do this. I just pushed the time back some. But make sure, I'm trying to see, because I'm gonna put the Facebook groups. Now watch when I sign off. I'm gonna find that piece of paper I had scribbled with the Facebook groups on it. Watch I find it. Watch. They'll leave me alone. Watch I find that paper. But y'all look in the comments. I'm gonna put them Facebook groups where it's groups with mothers with kids on the spectrum. And that's really the term to use. I don't the word autistic. I to me, I think the term kids on the spectrum. That's just me. It's just me. Let me see something else. All right. So yes, I'm gonna put that in the comments when I find it. The groups that you can go and go join. Y'all please share this out. I'm sorry if I stayed over a little bit longer than an hour, like I usually do. I try to go an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes. But sometimes I get caught up in the moment. Thank y'all to those that hung in here with me. Thank y'all. Thank you to those that still in this live with me. Thank you to those that's gonna watch the replay. Share this out. Share this out. Share this out, because somebody needs to see this. Somebody needs to see this segment. Okay? And with that being said, Miss J love y'all. I love you. Miss J is tired. Miss J need to rest. I'm tired, but I had to come and do this segment. I won't gonna let y'all down. I had to come and do this. Take care of your babies. Even though if something come out to be wrong, just know y'all gonna be okay. Let me see what somebody said. Thank you for the heart, sweetheart. Thank you. She is so sweet. This is one of my friends from TikTok. She is so sweet. So sweet, young lady. So sweet. But just know y'all gonna be okay. And it's gonna be okay. And you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay? Still love y'all.